Hi folks, this is Jared with DirectIgniter.com, and I'm here to show you today how to fix your broken pellet stove with our pellet hopper assembly kit. But before you touch your barbecue or do anything to it, remember the most important thing. Crack yourself a nice cold beverage and have a good time. So first thing that we're going to do to get our pellet hopper assembly kit onto this barbecue, we have to take the old pellet hopper off. To do that, we're going to use a screwdriver on the 4 bolts on the inside of the barbecue here. You might have screws, you might have bolts, they vary per barbecue, but go ahead and figure out where these bolts are right here and go ahead and take them out. Went ahead and removed the control board, that way our RTD sensor was disconnected and everything is disconnected from the barbecue. So now we're just going to pull our pellet hopper assembly out, which should be easy, but of course it's not going to be because my RTD sensor wire is in the way. After carefully removing your pellet hopper, we're going to go ahead and get the new pellet hopper assembly, and we're going to get it out and line it up and make sure all the screw holes are in place, and if they're not, we're going to go ahead and drill them. Here we have our 12-inch pellet hopper assembly kit. This is a great kit to fix a barbecue or to make your own pellet smoker at home. What we're going to do right now is go ahead and open the box and show you what's inside and show you what you get with this product. First off, it comes in a very nice box, nicely packaged. First off, you get our instruction manual and a card with all of our contact info in case you need to contact us, and all the info you will need about installing it. As you can see, the hopper has foam on all the sides protecting it, and then what we're going to do is just nicely lift the pellet hopper up and out of the box here. As you can see, I have an RTD dangle in there. That is our sensor. So here we have the Unbox pellet hopper. This one is our 12-inch variety. The 12-inch means it's 12 inches from right here to right here. That's how far it'll stick into your barbecue. Our 18-inch pellet hopper will stick 18 inches into the barbecue. So, as you can see, we've got a nice digital control board on here. You've got smoke, 200 all the way up to 475 degrees, and you also have a high mode, which will get up to over 500 degrees. As you can see, it's got a nice powder-coated finish. If you take a look at the back here, you've got your power cord. You also have a cord roller right here, which is really nice to roll your cord up on. This right here is a pellet dump. So you can dump your pellets out the back of the barbecue and switch from, let's say, hickory to mesquite and move your types of pellets around, which is a really nice convenience. Let me flip it back around to the front here. It also comes with a brand new RTD sensor in case you destroyed yours earlier on the removal process. And it also comes with a nice meat probe. The meat probe clicks right in here to the front of the control board, and it will display your meat temperature right there on the control board, so you don't need a separate thermometer to make a perfect brisket or them perfect ribs. So now that we have the old pellet hopper removed, we have the barbecue nice and cleaned up. We vacuumed out all the ash and all the grease, nice and clean. So what we're going to do now is install our RTD sensor. The RTD sensor needs to be located at grill level, approximately. Most of the barbecues will have it right here, but you can put it anywhere at grill level. You do not want it near the flames, and you do not want it in direct heat. This is a sensor for grill level. It is not made for being in the fire or being too close to your fire pot. So just remember, the placement of this is key. If you're replacing one in an existing barbecue, just put it where the existing one was. If you are building your own pellet stove, you need to make sure to keep this in a good position that is at grill level and away from the heat. It's not going to fit, so what I'm going to do is get my drill out. I'm going to make this hole a little bit bigger so my RTD connector can fit through. So it goes in just like that, down in there, and then we are going to put our bolt right there and tighten that thing in. Now that we have the RTD sensor installed properly, we're going to go ahead and take the pellet hopper assembly and we're going to go line it up and make sure the screw holes line up. If they do, perfect, we'll go ahead and bolt it in. If they do not, we're going to go ahead and drill the holes in the appropriate locations. So take your pellet hopper assembly, get your cords out of the way. You go ahead and slide it in. As you can see here, my bolt hole locations are matching up perfectly with where the bolt holes are, so looks like we're going to have easy time on this one. We're not going to have to do any drilling. So I'm going to go ahead and take these bolts out. They've got a lock washer on there. The lock washer goes on the barbecue side. Alright, so the pellet hopper slides right into place like that. Go ahead and get these wires up and out of the way for now. I'm going to take my 4 bolts, come in here on the back side, and just simply screw them in. And these started here. We'll go ahead and tighten them once we get all 4 of them in. We'll go back and tighten them later. We want to make sure we get everything square and everything lined up properly. You want to make sure these 2 cords are accessible. That way you can plug them together. This is your RTD sensor. You're going to go ahead and click those together once you get it connected here. And then that wire can be tucked right back in there. Go ahead and get your 10mm socket to tighten down the bolts here. Make sure that everything's square and everything's snug. That's it. The pellet hopper is assembled. Now that we have the pellet hopper fully installed on the barbecue, we're about ready to start cooking. So if you want to see how to use the controller and how to use the pellet hopper, go ahead and look in the description of this video, and we'll have another video that goes through the first time operation and full-time operation of this pellet hopper and this digital control center. Thank you for visiting directigniter.com.